close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams, echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Whisht, bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky.
Smoke and
The
screams,
seven watch o'er us, you're
echoes
safe
of
in
death.
bed. So close your
Gareth,
sweet eyes and
please
rest
come
your
back.
wee head. Whisht, bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky.
Smoke
The
and
seven watch
screams,
o'er us, you're safe
echoes
in bed.
of death.
So close your sweet
Gareth,
eyes and rest
please
your
come
wee
back.
head.
Please, Armadu, bless and protect your humble servant.
Whisht, bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams, echoes of death.
Please, Armadu,
Gareth,
bless and
please
protect
come back.
your humble servant.
Whisht, bonny
A
barn.
young man in oversized armour paces around a table covered with a spread of maps, his face a tight scowl of frustration.
Every approach blocked. Oh, damn it! What good are battle tactics against those things anyway?
He glances up. In quick succession, he becomes aware of both your presence and the fact that you're not a familiar face.
Who the blazes are you? A sorcerer, indeed. I should have realized.
Whisht, bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky.
Smoke and screams,
The seven watch o'er us,
echoes
you're
of
safe
death.
in bed.
Gareth,
So close your
please
sweet
come back.
eyes and rest your wee head.
Seeker can always recognize a sorcerer when they see one.
Wish the bonny bar, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, we're safe in
You
bed.
meant Verdus? Then he's as good as dead. We're the Seekers he spoke of. We were supposed to free him. Instead, we've failed him. You, a Godwoken? Surely not. Though if Verdus said so, you could be important. But there's no way to be certain until we've left this blasted island behind us. Verdus was Godwoken. He was a powerful sorcerer, in the vein of Lucian the Divine. He had the potential to succeed Lucian if he mastered his powers. But now that won't happen.
Wish the bonny bar, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, we're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest in the air.
If you're the same as Verdus, then we have to get you away from this place. Someone's been killing the few Godwoken that are out here. Likely that dog Alexander. He's a Godwoken too. A failed one as far as I'm concerned. I can imagine he won't want any upstart Godwoken taking what he figures to be his birthright.
The young man anxiously fidgets with his curved bow. You've found a matter close to his heart, evidently.
That's easier said than done, I'm afraid. Much easier said. Yeah, the Magisters have us cornered. They have these weapons called Shriekers. If we try to go against them unprepared, we're dead. We've lost many already. Seekers, well, we guard the true principles of Lucian. There are sorcerers who can follow in his path and become divine, Godwoken. We seek them out and protect them. Verdus was a Godwoken, our best hope. Our last hope, most likely. We tried to free him, but we failed. Now all the Shriekers block all escape routes, though. We can't get off this island until we get past them. They were sorcerers once, but after whatever perversions the Magisters subjected them to, they're death incarnate. If they can see you, they can kill you, instantly.
Wish the bonny bar, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, we're safe in bed.
After we retreated here, our leader, Sir Gareth, set out looking for some ancient weapons that could counter those things. Then we could break the Magister blockade and escape this island. But he hasn't returned. If Sir Gareth doesn't come back with those weapons in tow, well, this island will be our grave. Sir Gareth? He's the finest seeker I know. I'm honored to serve as his squire. He wouldn't let us down. Not unless something's gone horribly wrong. You'll help us?
His shoulders visibly relax, the weighty armor upon them settling with a clink.
Thank you. Allies are in short supply in this place. If you help us, I promise we'll get you as far away from this place as possible. Please ask. Whatever helps.
The birds are asleep. The moon's in the sky.
Well, before there's a divine, there must be a godwoken. Only a special few among sorcerers have this potential. Without them, a true successor to Lucian will never rise. None. He set out to find those source weapons, and that's the last we saw of him. The masked priestess, Gratiana, told Sir Gareth of them after she granted us shelter here. She was reluctant at first, but, well, Sir Gareth can be very insistent. Speak to her if you wish. She may know more. The Magister flagship, the Lady Vengeance, she's anchored at the old harbour. Once the way is clear, we're to take her and get the hell out of here.
Wisht, bonny barn, now don't you cry.
Smoke and screams.
The birds are asleep.
Echoes
The
of
moon's
death.
in the sky.
Gareth,
The
Please
seven
come
watch
back.
o'er us. You're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Please, Armada, bless and protect your humble servant.
Wisht, bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So
Smoke
close your
and
sweet
screams.
eyes and rest your wee
Echoes of
head.
death.
Humble servant.
Gareth, please come back.
Please, Armada,
Wished bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the
Smoke and
sky.
screams. Echoes of death.
The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed.
Please come
So
back.
close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Please, Amadi, bless and protect your humble servant. It is changed.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Wished bonny bairn, now don't you
Smoke and
cry.
screams.
The
Echoes
birds
of
are
death.
asleep, the moon's in the sky.
Gareth, please come back.
The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Please, Amadi, bless and protect your humble servant.
Before you stands a figure, her body wreathed in cloth. All you can see of her eyes are two dark holes in an ornate mask.
Smoke and screams.
Wished bonny bairn,
Echoes of
now
death.
don't you cry.
Gareth,
The birds are asleep,
please come back.
moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Armadia's blessings, child. I have not seen this face in our sanctuary before. Pray, who are you? Your honors are legion. I am pleased that you have chosen to rest here a while.
Smoke and screams.
I am Gratiana,
Echoes of
priestess of Armadia. It is a privilege to welcome you to her sanctuary from Brachus's vile swamps.
She pauses for a moment before answering.
We must always strive to help those who suffer. For many years I did not understand that simple truth. For many more, I have tried to right the wrongs of my past.
The birds are asleep,
Despite the mask, you can feel her expression harden.
the seven watch
Time is a river, ever slipping by. It does no good to mourn what's gone before, only to appreciate where the current carries us. In this place I can worship the goddess Armadia and help those who come to me for aid. I live a good life. The person that I was is dead. Armadia is the blessed mother of magic. All that use it can trace their skill back to her grace. This is her shrine. She has sustained me here for many years, even when the evils of Brachus' swamp threatened to drown me.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep.
It was not always thus. This swamp was once a rich, lush land before he came, before Brachus. He is no more, thank the goddess. It has been many centuries since he walked Riverlon, although he still casts a shadow over this land. He ruled this realm as a tyrant and beast. He stole its source and left only death. On these marshes were a playground for he and his necromancers. Many unfortunate souls were brought here. Blessed were those who died quickly, or died at all. I have been here for many years. It has given me a lot of time to reflect on the past and learn from it. In truth, the torments of Brachus and of these magisters were not so different. Both purged source from this land. Indeed, the magisters have even taken Brachus' worst tools. First, the purging ones, and now those shriekers. Without something more powerful than these sticks the Seekers are armed with, those crucified monstrosities will kill them to a man. Twice today I've heard those words. Their leader, Gareth, insisted that he could lead them out of this place. I told him of Brachus' cache of soul-forged weapons, arms not even the Shriekers could stand against. He ventured out to find them, but has not returned. I fear for these souls, if he has come to any harm in the marsh. Without the wands he seeks, not one will escape this island. He set off north, to the ruins of Brachus' source armory, but there is no way to know what he found there, even if he survived the swamps. Walk ever in Armadia's grace, child.
Wished bonny barn, now don't
Hello
you cry.
again, child. What brings you here?
The seven watch o'er us, you're safe and friend. So close your sweet eyes, rest.
Go in Armadia's grace, child.
Gareth would know what to do.
Hello again, child.
She stops dead as you pull the jar out of your backpack. Her voice trembles as she speaks.
You entered the vault. Please, give that to me. Give it to me now.
Smoke and screams.
You don't understand. You couldn't understand. Please, I need it. Please give it to me.
The birds are asleep.
Hiding. Impatient.
She reaches up and tears off her mask, revealing a wet skull, stained by centuries. You stare into the empty eye sockets of the undead creature before you.
You dare speak to me of hiding? You dare speak to me of patience? I have waited centuries, watching lives come and go, while my soul lies locked in a cage. I have been patient enough. Return to me what is mine. Return my soul, you insolent pup! Craven wretch! Do your duty, and return the jars to me. Please, return the jar to me. You must!
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, we're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest.
She reaches greedily for the jar, tearing the cap off. You see a green glowing light emerge from the jar, enveloping Gratiana.
By Armadia, I feel wet. Oh, goddess, I can feel your tears upon my face. I suppose you deserved him, but more than his lover. I was his partner. I discovered, not I. They are older than Brachus. These weapons do not kill, but maim, and they likely do not. But power changes a man, as he changes his nation. Brachus grew paranoid. Armadia, forgive me. I gave him more. The lands outside were once green and beautiful, until I came. Until...